Next up on copycat.com, how to make delicious air fryer bacon wrapped jalapeno poppers. Hello everyone, this is Stephanie Manley with copycat.com, and today I'm going to show you a great way to use your air fryer. Perhaps you got one over the holidays and you haven't put it to use yet. You know what? I love this appliance and I want to share one of my favorite recipes with you, and that's how to make easy air fryer bacon wrap jalapeno poppers. These are perfect for game night, or perhaps you're watching a game, or you know what? You can even have them for dinner. They make a delicious dinner. So why don't we go ahead and get started? So let's go ahead and talk about what's in this recipe. We're going to use fresh jalapeno peppers. Just grab them from your grocery store. And then we are going to use American cheese. Now, I really like to use American cheese for this recipe because American cheese melts beautifully. Now, is it gourmet cheese and something you'd serve with wine and crackers? Probably not. But American cheese does have its place. It's generally on a burger or in queso or even in these jalapeno poppers. So we're going to use that. Now, if you don't want to use that, you can use cheddar cheese, Monterey Jack cheese, or pepper jack cheese. All of those are going to taste great. And we're going to use bacon. I like to use regular sliced bacon or even thin sliced bacon, just because this way it will crisp up perfectly. Now, if you don't have an air fryer, you can make this in the oven, and I'll show you how to do that. So let's get started on making these air fryer jalapeno poppers wrapped with bacon. Okay, so we're gonna get started on prepping these jalapeno poppers. I've already washed these peppers, and the first thing I'm gonna do is simply cut them in half. And then I'm gonna scoop out the insides right here. This is where they say there's a lot of heat, so if you want them hot, don't take out the seeds. So I'm just gonna scoop out these seeds. I'm gonna put them down. After we finish slicing these jalapeno poppers in half and taking out the seeds, be sure to wash your hands very, very thoroughly. If you do not, you may inadvertently rub your eyes or your nose or your mouth, and you will find that that capsaicin from the pepper will transfer to you and will be rather hot. So give your hands a thorough washing. So the next thing we're going to do is we are going to slice up our American cheese. Now again, if you want to substitute another type of cheese here, please feel free to do so. I happen to really like the way the American cheese melts, and I just went to my deli at the grocery store and I asked them to slice off a block about this big for this recipe. Now I like to do this. All right, so now it's come to the time where we're gonna put the cheese in there. Now this recipe doesn't have any cream cheese in there. I know a lot of jalapeno popper recipes use cream cheese, so if you have someone that's averse to cream cheese, this is a great recipe for them. Now I went to the deli at my grocery store and asked for a block of American cheese. Now I'll do this for recipes quite often. Queso made with American cheese is wonderful and creamy, and it's perfect. So we're gonna use that to stuff these jalapeno poppers here. So the first thing that I am going to do is I'm going to slice up this cheese in about 1/4 inch blocks, and then we are going to lay that onto the pepper and wrap it with bacon. So let's go ahead and get that started. So now that we have the cheese inside of the peppers, we're simply going to wrap them with bacon. Now I use a whole slice of bacon to do this, and it's pretty easy to do. You're just gonna start up at the top and just wrap all the way around. Now I do like to use a whole slice of bacon. Now I typically get the jalapenos that are a little bit longer, so you know, it works out. If your jalapenos aren't, you know, quite as long as mine, go ahead and cut your bacon in half if you need to. But I do like to, now I typically wrap a whole slice of bacon around these, but I typically get the jalapenos that are about 3 inches long. Now, if yours are a little bit shorter, you may want to cut the bacon in half and go ahead and wrap. All right, these are wrapped up and ready to go. So you can either put these into your oven. I would stick them into a 375-degree oven and cook those until the bacon is brown and crispy on top. Or you can put them in the air fryer, and I'll show you how to do that. Air fryers come in all different sizes and shapes. I have a smaller one here. You may have a larger one. I also have a Breville Smart oven that you can stick a quarter sheet pan into very easily. So if your air fryer is smaller, you're gonna have to do these in batches, or again, pop them in the oven. They're gonna taste great either way. So let's go ahead and get this loaded up and cook these. Now I'm gonna set my air fryer to 375 degrees, and I'm gonna cook them until the bacon is brown and crispy. These are fresh out of the air fryer. These took about 10 to 12 minutes, and you can see they look nice and golden brown, and we will go ahead and give these a taste in just a second. They're still a little warm. You can see this was really easy to make. I used fresh jalapenos. I simply sliced them in half. I cored out the insides with a spoon. Then I filled them with American cheese. Again, you can use whatever cheese you want. And then I popped these into a 375-degree air fryer for about 10 to 12 minutes. Now, if you're gonna do these in the stove, you're gonna have to bake these a little bit longer. I really recommend the wire rack resting on a baking sheet, because this will keep the oil away from the jalapeno popper so they won't be too greasy when you actually enjoy them. They will, again, take a little bit longer to cook, but they're gonna be just as delicious. And if you like, freezer. So I'm gonna go ahead and try one of these. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give one of these a bite. The bacon is nice and crispy. Now I use Costco's bacon. I like it because it's not too thick and it's perfect for these. So let me go ahead and give this a try. These are fantastic. No wonder they're my dinner so often. These have cooked long enough to where the pepper is soft and cooked through. The bacon is crispy, and the American cheese makes it taste just great. So I hope you enjoyed these bacon wrapped air fryer jalapeno poppers. These are great for parties, appetizers, game night, or watching your favorite game. These are fantastic. I never have served these and had any left over. So I would definitely encourage you to give these a try if your family and friends like something a little bit spicy. Now, I do appreciate you watching this video. Please drop me a comment down below of what you'd like to see next. Thanks so much for watching.